tonight. Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58. Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done. And now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The 2023 season has one game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
In motion left, Flowers. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Odafe Owe.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again.
Odafe Owe
drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. A solid stiff arm. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. An option give now to Mitchell. And he's going to lose. Yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a first down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end. You've got the wing back. You might have the guy out of the backfield. But they executed that well.
Yeah.
Really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready. They got it done. Purdy now on second down. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. They run once more with Edwards. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They run the option on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Wishnowsky on to punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
2nd and 5. Jackson will throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Jackson now. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3rd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 3rd and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. McCaffrey on the counter. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side McCaffrey, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Purdy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw is Jackson. That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Now it's Jackson. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
It's Edwards again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Jackson, option right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go. For it, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's picked. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20, Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 118 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
An extra point try now for Moody.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much. And he will have a Ravens.
But could not. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And Jackson throwing once more. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. One last shot for Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.